All right. Assalamu alaikum, family. There's another broadcast, another episode of the Futures Money Show with your host, Supreme X, the CEO of Fard Money. And we do this every Saturday night at this time, 10 Eastern Standard Time. So you definitely want to plug in, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to. You can follow us on IG, Fard Money. And we do have a Twitter account, and we're going to try to do more stuff on our Twitter account as well. So as we get started, I'm trying to let some people go ahead and get in and join because it just streamed. So what I want to talk to today about is how banks make money and how a digital currency is threatening the geopolitical power of America. We're going to go there last, right? Because that's the most powerful pack. So we just want everybody to tune in. Please like and share this out. And we thank everybody with all the support that we have been given. Thank you so much. And please keep it up because we are bringing information that a lot of people that you see, they are scared to talk about. And not only are they scared to talk about, they just don't have the solution, right? They just don't have the solution. So let's get started. All right. So now we start here. We're going to always start here because I want to expose this Federal Reserve banking system, the international central banking system, debt system that they are operating in. So now we see that America, the government of America, is almost 25 trillion and a half dollars in debt. They are almost 25 trillion point 5 billion, 500 billion in debt. Family, they cannot repay this, right? And we got to understand every time that we get a check, we pay taxes, sales tax, all this stuff supposed to be going to the debt, but it's actually going into the shareholders of the International Reserve Federal Banking System pocket. It's going into their pocket. Don't mistake what we're saying, right? So I just wanted everybody to see that, right? I'm not going to even go into what the price of gold is on that site. Go to Google, type in United States national debt and get the debt, pull up the debt clock in real time and study this. You need to study this because they got it right here open to you. But today, that is not our topic. Today, we want to deal with how the banks make money. We want to deal with how the banks make money. So as we see, as this goes on, and we were talking about commercial banks, right? You got more than just commercial banks. You also have asset banks, stuff like that. So I'm gonna give 4 keys or 4 points to what banks do to make money. But I'm gonna read this email that I got. Where did this email come from? My trading view account, where they trying to get us to trade on stocks, but then they talking about banking system as well. So here you go. I like to talk about the effect of lower interest rates on something called net interest margin, NIM. Now, this is a bank term. So get this understanding. This is a bank term. In other words, how banks make money. The chart attached shows United States commercial banks net interest margin, blue, versus the target Fed funds range, white. Now get an understanding. The Federal Reserve is supposed to be like a central bank. It is a central bank, right? But they don't have nothing. They got a high balance sheet, and they don't have nothing in reserve. They don't have gold. They don't have nothing, right? They put countries in the debt as they print and turn up the printing press of what they call and what the world know to be called fiat currency, but you and everybody else think it's money, but it's not. It is fiat currency, meaning government funds, a medium of exchange printed by governments, right? Are printed by a central bank. Net interest margin is a measure of the difference between the interest income generated by banks or other financial institutions and the amount of interest paid out to their lenders. For example, deposit relative to the amount of their interest earning assets. What can we see from the chart? As the Fed funds target range decreases, bank net interest margin does as well. Currently, there is talk of going negative And just last week, Fed fund futures priced in negative rates for the first time ever, and the first time ever for the December 2020 meeting and the January 21 meeting. This is important. See, if people are of the opinion that lower interest rates will lead to less bank profitability, then they are likely to short financial stocks. And if people are shorting financial stocks, it could lead to a decline in lending and liquidity in the economy, which leads to dampen demand. So let's take a look at the chart. Let's see what it say again. The blue is the net interest margin for the commercial banks, and the white is the Fed funds. So look at this graph here. So we see the Fed funds are way up here going down, right? This going all the way back to January of 2085. I mean, in 1985, excuse me, right? So now we're in 87. So now let's come all the way here. And now we in 2019, and they about even off, right? So the interest rates balance are down for both of them. But if the Fed interest rates are down, that hurts that hurts the commercial banks, right? But now let me give you 5 points as you look at that, and you can go and find this and study this for yourself, right? Because I'm nowhere near expert in it, but we do study banking systems, and we do study how currency more proficiently. We study how currencies are made, or how they produce, or how what money is, what current. That's what we study in foreign money. So if you want to be a part of the team, I gotta throw this out there. Hey, come on, get with us. We will give you this science. And not only you're not paying for no type of course or nothing, you're gonna be building wealth and earning a full-time income as you learn this type of stuff. Because we will give you time, or we'll free you up so you can have the time to study this type of stuff. The majority of people don't have time to really look over this type of stuff. So, how do banks make money? Net interest rate, net interest margin, NIM. That's a bank quote. Now, that's just one of them. I'm gonna go over 5 keys. Fractional lending. Fractional lending is when you put your hard-earned dollars in the bank got legal grounds to lend out the majority of your income or the money you put in the bank, right? Meaning, let me give you an example. You put in 10,000, they can lend out at an interest rate, of course, to somebody else, whether they getting a home, whether they getting a business loan, a car deal, anything like that, right? They can loan out up to about $9,000 of the money you put in, but on your bank balance, it's still gonna say $10,000. Now, how can your bank balance say $10,000 when the bank just loaned out 9,000 of the $10,000 deposit you just put in? It's called fractional lending. They only got to keep a certain amount, a certain percentage, and this varies from state to state. They only got to keep a certain percentage of the money you deposit in the bank, actual on cash, just to have loose cash on hand. Now, if you now plan, just think about it. I'm gonna tell y'all how you can do this. If you got any money in the bank, try to move a lot of it out of the bank at one time and see all of the hurdles and the green line and the red line that they put you through to discourage you to do it. Why? Because they got to move numbers around. They got to move numbers around. So net interest margin, that's one of the ways they make money. Fractional lending. Fractional lending can be considered something like credit too. We're going to get into that too. All right. Then they got high interest rates. That meaning when you take out a loan or you get money from a bank, the interest rates on the loan is higher, right? So when they're talking about lowering interest rates, that is on the lending and the borrowing of the dollar. So if the dollar they go into negative interest rate, the Feds, that meaning the banks won't charge you a high interest rates on something when you get a loan, regardless on what the loan is, right? So yes, that's pretty much a good time for the people to use their credit and to get stuff or to get cash loans and all this, because you don't have to pay you just have to pay the base of it back, right? That's called low interest rate. So the banks don't profit like that. The banks don't profit like that, right? However, the banks profit more with high interest rates. And then when you got your money in a bank, when you got a bank account and you got money in a bank, they are charging you because it's high interest rates, and they're charging you to hold that money in the bank, and they might give you 0.1, 0.2, 0.2 type of interest back on your currency, right? However, all of this is a scam. It might sound good for the creditors, the ones who got a good credit, but it's not, because all it does is inflate the economy more, and it props up the dollar. This is why they allow it. I'm just telling you, this is why they allow it. You can go and do the research like this. So they want to do it. That's why Trump trying to, Donald Trump, the president, he trying to prop up the economy and patch everything up because he want to get reelected. Donald Trump, it's going to be hard for him to get reelected if the economy is like it is when November get here, right? He's going to end up being a one-term president. Don't worry about who get in the White House. Your condition will not change whether it's Trump or whoever, right? But this is not a political show, and we're not a political group. We don't give 2 cents about it, right? We just giving the facts. See, when you're an entrepreneur and you're a wealth builder, it don't matter who in the White House. It don't matter who in your city council. It don't matter nothing about none of that, because nothing they're gonna do. Because you gotta think, the politicians are always gonna do stuff for the wealthy and the rich. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're a wealth builder, you in the same bracket as the wealthy and the rich. So none of the policies they make is gonna affect you financially, right? Now I'm not dealing with on another level. You had to come to our show, Business and Warfare, our broadcast, Business and Warfare, every Tuesday, and we might go a little deeper in the hole into the political sphere, but not on the future money. We just want to deal with money, right? So if the Fed is talking about going negative interest rates, that means dollars is not gaining any interest. So the banks don't want to keep dollars, right? They want to get rid of them, right? As quick as possible. And then the creditors, I mean, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because you got the creditors who want to take out loans, and you got the banks who want to issue out the loan because the dollar is doing them no good sitting in their bank. They rather get it out and hit you with low interest rates, because this is how they make money. All right, interest rates, high interest rates is how banks make money. Then you got pretty much the base of what they do and the base of how they make money, truth be told, is usury. Usury. Go look up the word usury. That is when they're overcharging or over lending, meaning I give you $100 and you owe me $300 back. That's usury, right? And the supreme being is against that, right? So that's credit. Usury equals credit, right? There's another way that banks make money and how they stay afloat, right? So when we tell you become your own bank, you be like, how is that? How am I become my own bank? Easy. You become your own bank when you become your own bank when you do what the banks do, and the banks get gold too. They get gold too. They get gold too. So if you do what they do, get gold, then you can live off the interest that the gold gains, just like how they live off of interest as they loan out currency. I mean, it's all a scam. It's pretty simple if you understand it. They just got a lot of technical stuff, words that we don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Like if I would ask you what is a net interest margin, the average person don't know. Heck, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't read this stuff as I get emails about this stuff, right? Instead of this stuff, just to get it out to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have a commercial bank. I can pretty much say that's what we is, and they get paid from fees and all that type of stuff. So that's how the bank make money. The majority and the number one way the bank make money is high interest rates in usury credit. That's how they make money, because they're gonna bust you upside the head. That's why when you go and get a mortgage for 30 years, you might start off the first 5-10 years paying $1,500 for the mortgage, but you didn't look at the annual PR, the APR, the annual percentage of rates, right? That goes up. So by the time you get into the 11th year, now you're paying $2,000. You feel what I'm saying? Then by the time you get to the 15th year, now you're paying $3,000, but you start off paying $1,500, right? That's why if you take out a mortgage and you get a home at for a 30, a 20 to 30-year mortgage. The house costs 150,000, 200,000. You do a mortgage, you're gonna end up paying the bank about 300,000. I mean, yeah, it's all a trick, man. But you got to understand the rates before you sign on the dotted line. So let's shift gears here. So let's go to the new and what we at family. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel Forward Money. If you're watching on Facebook, please do. If you're watching on YouTube Live, please click the notification button, give us the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, and show us some love. Right. So family, let's keep going. Now we just did a live stream yesterday that was very powerful. Go back and watch it. And we dealt with just a real cursor on the live stream that we did yesterday, Friday night, where we talked about, we asked the question, would you rather have physical gold or digital gold? Right? And we raised the question. Go back and watch it. The video was about, 30 minutes or so, something like that. Go back and watch it and check it out. And we've been dealing with digital currencies and we've been dealing with physical gold and all this as well. And we've been raising the bar and getting this information out to let you decide, to let you know that the world is not only going gold, but the world is going digital as well. So if somebody's to come out with a digital gold-backed currency, whether it's a cryptocurrency or just a digital currency that's linked to gold or exchangeable for gold, you're probably looking at the future of money. So if you see that happening, please get on out there and please support that or get involved in that. Get you some so you can set yourself up to become one of the new rulers when it comes to wealth building and how money is moved. Now we think that blockchain technology is the way that the bank is going to take over the banking system. But cryptocurrency in itself would not be the new medium of exchange, but it will have more borders. Gold is going to be the new global reserve medium of exchange. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is going to be the way we move this gold around the world. So be on the lookout for that. Please stay tuned and please listen up closely. Now this article here was released yesterday. Digital currencies could threaten United States geopolitical power, warns J.P. Morgan. Now, when we did a video, matter of fact, the last time we had, last Saturday, last episode of the Future Money Show, we went into how the Federal Reserve and all this started. Now, in the midst of that, it talked about how in 1907 or 1908, I think it was, J.P. Morgan Chase, the founder of J.P. Morgan Bank, Chase Bank, right? He loaned it and bailed out the United States government of America because at this time, they did not have a central bank. This is before the setting up of the Federal Reserve, right? And now it's ironically that this is what J.P. Morgan is saying. So you can't get around J.P. Morgan when you're dealing with the international bankers, the central banking system. They are a main component in this. So I think when they talk, we should listen. We should listen, right? Listen what they say. There's no country with more to lose from the disruption potential of digital currency than the United States, says analyst at J.P. Morgan Chase Incorporation. So let's go into it, right? So goes the stark warning from analysts at the United States' largest bank. I didn't even know that. So J.P. Morgan Chase is the largest bank in the United States. Wow. In a new report covered by Bloomberg News on May the 22nd. The report authors, among them J.P. Morgan's head of United States interest rates derivative strategy, Josh Younger, and chief United States economist Michael Ferrari or whatever. This revolves primarily around United States dollar hegemony, issuing the global reserve currency in the medium of exchange for international trade in commodities, goods, and services conveys immense advantages. listen now. This is dealing with we're dealing with the reserve currency. So the United States dollar is the reserve currency of the world. That means that the dollar is pretty much accepted anywhere on the planet as a means of payment, a medium of exchange, right? So if they lose that, do you all know how significant that's going to be if America lose that? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said in Fall of America, where we will go more into Tuesday. Make sure you tune in and be ready for the Business of Warfare broadcast every Tuesday at 10 Eastern Standard Time, right here on these two channels that we're on right now. Right? So make sure you are ready and prepared for that. So, family, if the bank if the dollar loses its power, and what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the value or inflation of the dollar in the England pound, he said the dollar and the pound was the beckoning light of the Western world. Then you got the euro is involved in there too, and that comes out of Germany, right? So this is very critical. They're the beckoning light. So as they fall, that's the light of these countries as a superpower. See, we thinking, yes, they rule with brute force in a military, but they continue and control the ruling or the sit in the seat of rulers because of the dollar, the power of the dollar being able to be spent around the world. And for anybody to trade on oil, you got to use the dollar up until 2018 when China came out with the petro yuan to challenge the petrodollar system. Now you got to stay and pay attention to this. Why? Because who is in the media right now about going to war? Who talking about going to war? Who do America got more tension with right now? Let's listen at it. Iran, Russia, and China. Right? That's the only people they talk about going to war with lately, right? Last couple of years. Iran, Russia, and China. Now, China, Russia, and Iran are allies. They don't want to use the dollar. So you got to see that this thing is going into World War III. And it's going to intensify over the next coming days. Right? So let's go into more of the article because Iran is mentioned in this article, ironically. Yeah. This thing is deep. The more fragile links in the global dollar system. Fragile links. See, they got holes. They got links. They're fragile. The dollar is fragile, right? It's really us in America that got the dollar propped up because we don't want to use nothing else. And we don't want to do nothing with it. We want to get credit to get more of it, they buy more stuff. So just check it out. While the analysts do not anticipate the dollar losing its status as global reserve currency anytime soon, that's his opinion, but it is going to be soon. They pointed to some of the weaker links in the currency's dominance include in-trade settlement in the SWIFT messaging system. Man, this is deep. The SWIFT payment system is the way pretty much what we use to transfer funds through the central banking system. The SWIFT payment system is coming out of Germany. It's based in Germany, right? This thing get deep, man. Y'all just gotta stay aboard and please pay attention, right? Because we're gonna give you your out at the end of this when we close this show. SWIFT was notably a key level in imposing sanctions on the Iranian regiment, falling into line with the United States administration in suspending assets for Iranian banks back in 2018. See, Iran don't got a central bank. Iran doesn't have a central bank. This is deep. This caused tension with the European bloc, where finance ministers had attempted and ultimately failed to exempt the cross-border payment network from the restrictions. Some contend the SWIFT suspension violated European Union laws. So this is deep. So the Europeans still trying to deal with Iran, but the United States and Israel don't want to deal with Iran, and they don't want Iran to have access to use their own resources or have their own currency. Man, this is deep. Iran don't want to use the dollar. They're one of the main buckers or refusals to use the dollar right now is Iran, right? So you just got to know why they talking about it. It ain't got nothing to do with the Muslims and all that, man. That's a smoke screen. It's all about this currency thing. Iran don't want to buy down and use the dollar. Were countries able to circumvent SWIFT, J.P. Morgan notes the United States would in itself less able to achieve its geopolitical strategic goals, which in part relies upon the greenback global dominancy. See, when we tell you when the dollar fall, the government coming right behind, they just told you that. They just said it in all type of big words and you know what I'm saying? They used it in a way, but this is what they're saying. Listen, let me read it again. Were countries able to circumvent SWIFT, J.P. Morgan notes the United States would find itself less able to achieve its geopolitical strategic goals, which in part relies upon the greenback's global dominancy. America is the number one superpower because of the dollar in the military. But when the dollar fall, they're going to go to war. That's why they're going to go to war real soon, because they want to keep the dollar propped up. They don't want to give up the power. If another country was to produce the reserve currency for the world, they would be the power. Man, this thing is deep, man. This business is warfare too. Separation of death, you better learn. Analysts say taking the initiative on digital currencies is key for the United States. For the United States in particular, the bank underscored that digital currency is an exercise in geopolitical risk management. Managing this risk would not necessarily preclude a digital currency component. However, the analyst said, offering a cross-border payment solution built on top of a dollar would, particularly if designed to minimally disruptive to the structure of the domestic financial system, be a very modest investment to protect a key means to project power in the global economy. So what are they saying? Let me just give you the insight on what they're saying. They're saying that if the United States could make a currency, a digital currency that supports the dollar or is the dollar, rather, right? What these countries can do trading with, but they do it outside of the SWIFT payment system. They do it, but it still upholds the dollar. It's still attached to the dollar some kind of way, right? That America could still hold their power. That's what they say. It'll be a minimum loss, a minimum hit to the United States political power around the world. However, if a crypto coin or a digital coin comes from outside of America, this challenges and threatens their whole power. Man, this is deep. Y'all got to understand, man, we're witnessing the fall of America. I mean, it is so clear and evident that the world is going digital and the world is going gold. This is why they want to put restrictions on cryptocurrencies and digital currencies. Why? Because a cryptocurrency undermines the whole dollar system, the whole central banking system, because it's decentralized. It's from peer to peer. When you got a bank account, that's not from peer to peer. The bank got to release your funds to send it around the world, and then they hit you with high fees. But when you got cryptocurrency, you can just transfer this from your phone, from the laptop. I got crypto. I can just go on a crypto exchange and I can send crypto to Africa, to Asia, to the Caribbean, any other state in the United States. I don't have to get a bank to say, okay, cool, move to crypto. Man, y'all got to understand the opportunity that we are providing with you in foreign money. You will not get this opportunity again. You will not get it again, because I'm sitting here with the new medium of exchange, the physical medium of exchange, and we have a crypto coin. Y'all see that coin in the background? That's the KBC. You see it's a gold, right? That's the KBC. That's the symbol for the KBC coin, the carry gold coin that we try to get a lot of y'all to get for 2 whole years. and you can still get it. The coin is still so underpriced right now, you don't even know. Because America, it don't matter what they come up with, their power is gone. Their rulership is gone. But all we got to do is stand up and remove them. They're not going to remove themselves. They're going to fight to the death and try to take as many people down with them as possible. Black or white don't even matter when it comes to the rulers. They ain't got no color distinction, right? They only deal with elite families. That's it. So, family, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope you got some good content for this. Go back and watch it again and find those articles. That article about JP Morgan Chase and the digital currency is on Coin Telegram. Coin Telegram. And the other article was from the TradingView platform that trades on stocks and all of that. I do have an account with them. I'm not trading stocks, but I do because of the information. When you become proficient in finances and you want to learn about this type of stuff, you're going to have to get information where you can get it, where the normal person wouldn't get this information from. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying that it's all accurate, it's all right, but we know it is some truth in it, right? So we got to be wise enough to be able to pull and benefit from it. But I just read it pretty much just to give it to y'all. That's the only reason why we do it, because we are trying to separate our people from the dollar debt payment system. That's what we're doing, and we're offering a new system. Period. We're offering a new system. We're not just trying to get you to get rid of the dollars and don't have nothing to fall back on. No, we're going to let you and show you how to fall back on the future money. And to close us out, please go to Amazon and get this book. If you're a Karatbars affiliate, you can get this book in your back office. The Future Money was written and published and by the man, the CEO and founder of Karatbars International, and all of this stuff that we going on, the maker of the cash gold, the maker of the KBC coin, all of this, Mr. Dr. Harold Sykes. So you need to get this book, and he details a lot of this stuff that's going on, because the world is going digital and the world is going back on the gold standard. But the world is going to go back on the gold standard in a way that has never been seen before, right? But that's for another stream, another topic. I'll have to break it down. We didn't broke it down before. You just had to go back and watch the videos. But please, if you're on Facebook, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fard Money. And if you're you use Instagram, we on Instagram, Fard Money. We on Facebook, Fard Money. It's Fard Money, everything. All our social media platforms is Fard Money. And this is our brand. And if you want to be a part of this brand, if you want to be a part of this revolutionizing movement dealing with finances, that's going to automatically make you wealthy once you change your mindset to what you know about currency and what you know about money. Once you can make the difference and you can understand the difference, you're automatically going to get wealthy if you act on the principle. Automatic. This ain't a guarantee for the disclaimers on Facebook and on YouTube. I ain't guaranteeing no income. I'm just talking about the mindset. When you start to think like how wealthy people think, they know that this is currency. This is petty cash. They know that this is money. You got to understand the difference, right? And then you got to get as much as this as possible. Spend this and hold this, right? That's what the wealthy do. And this is the science that we teach, because we teach the science of money and we teach you the science of business, because we are international gold cryptocurrency bankers, new millennium bankers. That's what you call us. But we not functioning like no commercial bank, no bank of this world. We're totally from a whole nother atmosphere, a whole nother mindset than what you're dealing with right now today in Fard Money. So get with us, because we got independent money, obligatory money, and we got a way to teach you on how to be successful and win in the midst of a fall of a superpower. The unraveling of America can be your benefit if you adopt the right mindset and change and transform the way you think and the way you do things. And then wealth is in your future. Because remember, wealth is never destroyed. It only transfers. So if America wealth is diminishing and falling fast, where is it going? Get in the line to receive the wealth transfer. You got to be in position. If you're not in position, then you won't get it. With that being said, we will see y'all Tuesday night for the future for Business and Warfare broadcast at 10 Eastern time, where we're gonna deal with another dynamic of business and finances in banking system and currency and money Tuesday night, Business and Warfare. We will see y'all then on these two platforms. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for sharing. And we will see y'all then. Assalamu alaikum. Salam. Peace. Au. May everybody have a blessed Saturday night. We out.